The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at Burp's criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Oh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Kathy. Hello, mods. Hello, Sofa Squads. Hello, Kathy's people. Hello, hello, hello. How are you,
Hello,
Kathy?
everybody. I'm good. I'm good. It's so funny because this morning I was in the bathroom. My husband was like, "What is that song you're humming?" Had not been aware that I was humming. And I was like, "Oh, you mean, hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad?" He was just like, "Okay, can you move? I just need to use the bathroom." Like,
I'm not going to even ask. Just let me get in here.
I don't brush your teeth in the other sink. I just need to use the bathroom.
I know.
I don't want to know.
Well, I appreciate it.
Oh
I
my
appreciate you
God.
coming and hanging out here. For Sofa Squad people, if you are strangely unaware of Kathy, so many of you are like, we're already sub. Thank you for doing that. But check her out. Stuff's in the description. Gossip, rumor, innuendo. She's on the main channel this morning. One thing that's interesting, I was just telling
Yes.
people over here. So Kathy and I, we talked about stuff, but not the verdict. We have not talked to each other about the verdict at all, even before.
Not one word.
Not one word.
One
So
word.
it's like we have so much to talk about because the video on the main channel we recorded a couple of days ago before the verdict.
Sunday.
So it's
Yes,
interesting.
yes.
I can even go back and watch it again to hear what we talked about, to see like what were we saying before it came in. So
Yep.
you go first. Talk, like, just verbally throw up on me.
My God, that's so kinky. Okay, so on Sunday when we spoke, we were fully anticipating the closing statements. What were the closing statements going to be? Who was going to give them? Would Kouri's face be facing? All the things, right? Because I re-listened to our interview this morning, and then it happened. The beautiful, beautiful lyrical stylings of Bradley Bloodworth with his closing argument. It was so good. It was so good. It was so just like poetic. And he just was, the fact that he had no notes, he was grabbing things out of the air. And I thought, this nice jury is going to sit and they're going to think about it and they're going to have a little talk with Jesus and get a cup of tea and relax. Then they were like, "We have a verdict." And I was like, "What do you mean you have a verdict? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?" And piping hot tea. If you didn't see this on Gigi from the Pretty Lies and the Alibis, Gigi was in the hallway waiting for verdict, right? Because apparently they said, okay, the court's closing at, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, whatever time it was. And you can stay until the jury leaves. But if you leave, we won't let you back in. So she's sitting there futzing around on her phone and in chat or whatever. And some guy sitting next to her says, "Yeah, if she's acquitted, we're just going to grab her and run out of here because there's so much press. We're just going to take her and we're going to go." And I'm like, "Sorry, sir."
Wow, that's brave.
That didn't work out good. It didn't
That
work
is
out.
brave. Whoa.
What did you think when the jury was back in under 3 hours, like 2 hours and 58 minutes?
Oh, well, first of all, so for me, I was like, it'll happen tomorrow. I had a dinner date and I was like, look, I pushed it back as far as I could. I was like, I'm just going to wait because they'll close court down. We'll come back tomorrow. They'll do the verdict. And I was like, they're going to order
Right.
dinner and I got to uneat, but I couldn't cancel it. And so then I was like, look, I have to have these phones on the table. I'm not trying to be rude, but I have to be able to look at it. And so when the waitress came to order, Emily's name came up calling, and I was like, I knew immediately. I was like, the verdict's in. I was shocked. I mean,
Oh my
and
god.
shocked in the way of being like, they already have it. I figured they were going to come out guilty, but it was up in the
Yeah.
air for me. But that
Yeah.
fast, I was like, oh, they were like, we didn't
Oh.
buy any of that BS we've been putting up with. And also, this was time to order dinner, have dinner, fill
Yep.
out the paperwork,
Yep.
do all the
Yep.
little things they did. I was
Yep.
like, they must have just come up in here and been like, y'all good? Y'all, everybody here, want to take y'all feeling the vibes we're feeling up in here? Because we can get out of here real quick. You want to get some steak dinner first? Like, we put up with a lot. Let's go on and get this meal. Let's throw a little Starbucks in there. And then
Yep.
let's get this money, whatever, $20 a day. Is that what they talked about up in here? We're good to go.
Done and done. Oh my god. I was on with Josh Ritter over there at Courtroom Confidential, and he was like, "Okay, we're gonna talk about this case and that case and whatever." And he said, "Unless the verdict comes back." And I was like, that's insane. Of course, there's not going to be a verdict. And then in his chat, like right before we're about to go live, like there's four of us on the screen. It's his wife Tiff, his producer Kaylin, me and Josh. We're chatting about this and that, and it was like, oh, it says there's a verdict in chat, but there's always rumors of a verdict. And then it was like, wait, Gigi from Pretty Lies and Alibis says there's a verdict. And then Josh was like, yeah, we're getting word there's a verdict. Okay, we're gonna have to change. And I was like, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, I never do live verdicts. I don't, because my reaction is very unpredictable, and I need to keep my pinkies out. I have to keep my own personal decorum. And then the judge came and he was just like, if anybody feels like they can't control themselves, they should leave now. And I was like, when Donna's verdict came in, I lost my mind in Michael's. I was on an emergency yarn run. And they said verdict, and I was on with Brandy Churchwell. The scream I scrumped, you do not even understand. And I was just like, okay, okay. I turned on my ceiling fan and just prayed for the best. It was fun. It was fun. But, I had Saint Tina with me, so I was like,
I love it.
Tina Turner, girl, be with me. Be with me. And she held me down. I was good. I was good.
Let's talk about several things, but first of all, let's talk about how he ate her up with that finishing thing about walk the dog. I was just editing my video for the clips today, watching it for the umpteenth time. I'm talking about he absolutely devoured her. That was like comedic gold because his delivery is very dry and almost sarcastic and deadpan. And the cameraman panning over to her face every time he eat her up with a line saying what it was. When we were watching that live, I said, she has to feel so stupid right now. He is making her look like the biggest idiot. He's already said she's a bad businesswoman. He's like, she can't write. You read her text. I mean, and that was the most reaction you saw from her. She wasn't reacting over her husband, talking about that, or her boyfriend up there crying. Anytime she was getting eaten up about her, like things that she thought she was a boss babe over, that's the biggest reaction you got from her.
The exquisite shade that is Brad Bloodworth. He will look you dead in your eye and be like, your breath stinks and your mama didn't raise you right. Can I offer you a cup of tea? Like, oh my God. My God. Brad Bloodworth was channeling his inner drag queen and just dragged that woman to absolute Hades, to hell. And she had to sit there and take it. And you have to know, because she's a girl who sort of grew up on the wrong side of the tracks or whatever, it's clear that she feels that deeply. She wants to be like better than you. She's like, I'm going to prove to all these people they're not better than anybody. Meanwhile, she very much wants to be part of the better than you set. And he let it be known. She's trash. Her mama's trash. Her daddy's trash. Her whole family is probably trash. And now she's going to keep up a family tradition by going to prison like her father before her. Maybe she'll be able to gamble with some beef sticks like her mama did down at the casino when she lost their house. I was just like, Mr. Bloodworth, stop, but keep going. I loved it.
Now, also too, like rewatching it today again, when he's talking about that letter, and of course she's basically writing this to her mother to translate to
Yes.
Ronnie, and the mom's sitting there in the courtroom, and I was like, I was like, how it's so awkward.
Oh,
So
oh,
awkward because he's like calling her whole like you said, the whole family out, and it's
yep,
almost like this
yep.
real weird gray zone of like assisting and tampering with the witness thing.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
It's just,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, it was real dicey. It was real dicey. And I was struck that the not the detective, the judge said, if you feel like you can't control yourself, just look down. And as soon, all through closing statements and all these other things, she's leaning and she's mumbling and she's saying this and she's saying that. But then when they gave that verdict, she just looked down. I was just
Mhm.
like, ma'am. Because she was just like, I feel in my spirit, but every criminal defendant, and look, think of Donna. Like everybody on some level must feel like I've thought this through a million times, and I'm sure people are going to see it the way I see it. And it's like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. It was glorious. It was glorious. I probably shouldn't have liked it as much as I did, but I liked it a real lot, a real lot.
She might actually be one of the ones, like Sarah Boone being like the queen of this, where I'm like, I think they actually didn't think, like, it never occurred to them that they would go to prison.
Yes,
Like, I think she was,
yes.
what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
she was
I'm
like, "We're
going
gonna get
home.
out of here. I'm a boss babe, and I'm gonna stick it to those sisters. I'm gonna get my kids back, and I'm gonna have all this money." And it's like, "Ma'am, mm-mm, mm-mm,
It,
mm-mm,
like,
mm-mm.
even in my
Thinking
mind, I'm
no
like,
good."
at minimum, the financial crimes. I mean, that was almost like, just go ahead and fill the paperwork out on the sentencing for
Yep,
that. Like, if she
yep.
doesn't get the murder conviction, like, that's just a done deal. But maybe even that, she's like, they haven't proved it. Like, what are they talking about? Didn't they see all the money I was making? I was moving and shaking,
Oh
had my
my
aviator
god.
glasses on. I mean, it's just
With
the whole
no
thing.
friends, 0
Thank you, K. Bush.
Eric's section Eric's section of the court was filled to capacity. They couldn't have squeezed a piece of paper between those people. Meanwhile, just miles and miles of open pew in Corey's section because those friends and family or whoever she used to have, some trashy cousins rolled in from the trailer park like, "Hey girl, hey, can you get
Mhm.
some of that good Richins money? And maybe we could go, to the Dairy Queen after this or something." I don't know, but it was just like, no ma'am.
Kay Bush
No ma'am.
just asked, I'm curious what you think. What did you think of
Mm,
Sky being there, her first attorney? What do you think? I mean, she's on Josh Ritter tonight, I think. Like, she's kind of making her rounds and
yes,
everything. Like, what do you think
yes.
of that vibe? Like, I wonder what Kouri. First of all, do we know I don't think she's ever said why she went off the case. And I don't even think, and now she's saying it, or do we know?
She said it was a conflict. I suspect that there were 2 conflicts. Number 1, her bill conflicted with Corey's bank account. That's number 1. Number 2, I was just actually listening to, Emily D. Baker revisit some of the old pleadings, the pretrial motions and things, and number 1, Corey ran out of cash real fast, but number 2, Corey was blaming Sky that Corey was locked up. She kept saying, Sky should be able to get me out of here. She should be able to get me out of here. And if she can't get me out of here, then I want to trade out Sky for some other lawyer who's on the team. And she was saying that Sky didn't have trial experience. I don't know if Sky has trial experience or not, but Corey was talking a lot of smack about Sky Lazaro on her jail calls. And of course, they're listening to her jail calls, they're transcribing them, they're recording them. And yeah, Ramsey, she was saying she wanted Ramsey. She was going to put on the back bench and let Ramsey be number 1. And Ramsey was going to represent her and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, Sky was like, look, I got better things to do than this. Do not sleep on Miss Sky because she knows how to work the media.
Mhm.
She knows how. I don't know if she
Mhm.
has a lot of trial experience. She has a whole bunch of media experience, a whole bunch, because she is on every single thing. She was on 48 Hours. She's on the local news over there in Idaho, Iowa, wherever they live. She got them on, like, at any time there's a camera up, there's Miss Sky, and I'm not mad at her. Raise your profile, girl. She
Yeah.
wants to be famous. She wants to be a TV lawyer, I think.
Well, also, and again, we'll never know at this point because obviously it's all over with. But it's like, okay,
Yeah,
so you trade. I feel like Sky seems way more savvy than what she ended up with, meaning Corey, what she ended up with. Because I'm like,
absolutely.
this is just
Yeah.
it was, and also jumping back to that. So Lewis, who did the closing arguments or whatever,
Mm.
I mean, of the three of them, I was like, I mean, who's gonna, they're all gonna be annoying up there. But she
Yeah.
tried to be so angry and feign so much just how could you even consider this and do this? And I just feel like, honey, you lost this jury on like day 2, right? You're just
Absolutely.
embarrassing yourself at this point, getting up here acting like, how dare they even consider this? Yeah, they needed to consider it. It's obvious what took place at this,
Yeah, yeah. Have you seen the interview that the foreperson gave? Listen,
Oh, no, I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one. How was it? What'd they say?
there was only one juror that has spoken, and I thought that juror was the foreperson, so I could be mixing
Mhm.
it up. But they basically just said, like, first of all, that juror looked awfully happy. I was like, ma'am, somebody going to prison forever. There's a dead body day over there. Like, but she was just like, yeah, we all sat down and we talked about it, and there was never a minute that anybody was saying not guilty. Apparently, they got back there when they first started listening. They were saying, well, this wealthy family, Eric's sisters, are just beating up on poor Kouri, and they really were siding with Kouri. Then the more they got of the story, they were like, well, wait, and she did what? And she said what? And then she did, and she took the money, and she did what? What do you mean she didn't perform the CPR or whatever it was? Every time anybody got up to talk, it was just like, ugh. So they said they went around the table. Everybody got a chance to just say their piece. There was no straw vote. And by the time they went around the table and everybody said what they were thinking, every single person was already at guilty. Who can
Wow.
blame them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
It was wild.
yeah, because the thing too is like, I mean, obviously we kind of follow these more so than somebody who would probably end up on the jury. So
Yeah.
even though we kind of knew like this is going to be tawdry, this is going to be drama, I had no
Hmm.
idea all the details that were going to come out that made it even 10 times worse, you
Oh
know.
my God.
So the
Yeah. The
jurors were just
boyfriend,
like, oh, please. I mean, this
they
was
were
like the
clutching
gift of
all
the
of their
year.
pearls.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I
every
like
single
I
bit of
like
it.
I like knowing a lot about a case before I go in so that I can prejudge, and then I wanna see, did they bring the evidence? Did they not bring the evidence? Because, excuse me, I say it all the time on my channel, every court case is not about what happened. Every court case is about what can the state prove? That's
Mhm.
the only question that's being answered. What can the state prove? Did the guy do the thing? Did they not do the thing? It almost doesn't matter. What can the state prove? And what the state can prove will rule the day. And the state more than proved their case. Um, I'm glad I knew a lot going into this, but rewatching the bond hearing, there's a whole lot that was still left out. Corey attacking her sister-in-law and they had to get 4 people to drag Corey off of her sister-in-law the day 2 days after the husband was dead. Like, girl, that is a terrible look for you.
Oh.
But those fighting skills are gonna come in handy when she goes to prison. She gonna be fine.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, she'll be right. She's gonna have her little whatever going, her little grift, her little honey bun grift, whatever.
Right.
She might be able to
Yeah.
do, you know what? Her writing skills might fit in perfect to help do motions, appeals,
Mhm.
things like that.
Mhm.
She could get her little game going. I mean, she'll be comfortable. She'll probably have,
She'll be
she's
fine.
got men riding her or whatever, being like, "Baby,
Oh my
I know
gosh.
you're
Well, she's
innocent."
she's single.
Yeah,
She's
ready to
single.
mingle.
She could be out here dating if she wants to, I guess. She's gonna be like, I need love. I can't believe they took my children away from me. Apparently, prior to her arrest, she was using her children as pawns to say, like, oh, well, give me some of that money out of the trust. Otherwise, I won't let you see the kids. And saying to Eric's father, like, if you don't do X, Y, and Z, then, you won't get a chance to see the kids. Now, those sisters that she resented so much are raising her children. I believe Katie, I might be guessing, but I think the older sister, Katie Richins, the fiduciary of the trust, is raising the kids. So she went from, I think she had 2 daughters, and now she has 3 daughters and 3 sons and 2 daughters, 5 kids. That's a house full of kids. That's a lot of kids.
I mean, look at the irony of it, like you said, where it's like these people who Corey's just like, they're terrible, they're this, and now they're got her money and
Oh
raising
my
her
God.
kids.
And not letting her, according to the 48 Hours episode, I've mentioned this 48 Hours episode a lot. 48 Hours just re-released it with a title card at the end that says that Sky has stepped down and that Kouri was convicted. But I re-release, when 48 Hours re-released that episode yesterday, I put it up on the community tab on my channel. And you can see Lisa Darden, Kouri's mom, saying, the Richins won't let me see the kids. And so I go to their practices. I go to the Little League and I go to all these things because it's a public space and nobody can stop me. And so I get my hugs and I get my kisses. And it's just like, her mama looks terrible. How has she aged so poor? I was like, does she have a dread illness? Poor thing. Or has the evil just caught up with her?
I mean, I'm telling you, in that the body cam footage, she looked like the Exorcist his damn self sitting on that sofa. I was
Ugh.
like, it just also the way that she talked about the kids in that thing. I told them to go to bed. It's 4 a.m. What?
It's like, girl,
It's
your
just
father just got carted out of here. Like, what? And kids are nosy. They're just like, what's happening? And it's my house. And that's my dad, who I love so much. Like, why don't you? And I love when Brad Bloodworth said, you comfort your children, but also they comfort you. And she's like, my
right.
mom is my best friend, but they never touched. It was like parallel play. They sat there side by side on the couch with Kouri covering her face. Like, those kids are better off without those grifters.
Also, somebody brought this up too yesterday in the live chat of, okay, back to the body cam. At one point
Yes.
when Katie, I believe, comes in, she's like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? And Lisa blurts it, because Lisa just blurts weird stuff out. And she's just like,
Yes.
oh, we just went to sleep. We don't know. But it was so interesting that Lisa used the word we, because it was so odd, because I'm like, okay, yeah, you were there the night before, but that doesn't seem natural to say. Like, I almost like, I don't know what happened. I was here having dinner. So it's almost like, why would you? We. I just feel like she knew, because she was spoon feeding Kouri. She was like, we had the shot. And Corey's like, that's what he did have the shot. He didn't look good last night. He did look pale, mother. They were just working.
Well, here's the thing. Brad Bloodworth brought out that Kouri leaves. He's like, she left wherever she was in the house. I was like, come through, shade, because I see the shade. And she says she picked up her phone. You could tell from the positioning or whatever. She picks up her phone, and then she was on Wi-Fi or something. He's like, which means she could have been on a FaceTime call. I think she was on a FaceTime call with her mother. I have no evidence, none. But I personally feel like she did whatever she's going to do, gave him the whatever narcotic. Well, we know what narcotic. She gave him a belly full of fentanyl, thinking she was giving him a belly full of, what's the other one? The oxys or whatever. She thought she was giving him one thing. He got the heavy stuff. I think he was dead before she left the room. She went, because I mean, maybe it's a quiet death. People say it is. I don't know. But she goes and she hides out in the room with her kids or some other room, then comes back in. And it wouldn't surprise me to know if she was talking to her mother on speakerphone saying, okay, yeah, he's there at the foot of the bed. And he was at the foot of the bed, not the side. And he was laid straight and neat and tidy. I'm sure she's like, well, let me pull my hair up into a top knot and put on my matching pajamas. And let me fix him up too. Make sure he looks good for when the paramedics arrive. Like,
Yeah, imagine she had her mom on FaceTime and she was like, "Mom, do you think he's look at him? Like, what do you think?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Because her mom had the same situation with her partner.
Yes, yes. Her mom, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only, killed that lady. Killed that lady, allegedly. Although the mom's partner had been into whatever narcotic and had gone to rehab and sort of was like in and out of recovery. Um, and so when that lady died of some sort of OD, it was like, right, this is the thing that happens to people who are over here dancing with the devil.
Mhm.
Eric was not part of that narcotics community, not in the sales, not in the marketing, not anything. And then Kouri is going to throw in, oh, well, he was in Mexico when he goes to Mexico and Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. But even the guys in Mexico were like, yeah, people come down here looking for stuff, but he was not one of those people. It's like, Kouri girl, mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No, do not pass go. Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
When they did the thing and they put out that Monopoly card in the
Oh my
closest
God.
table. You know, she thought she
Oh
ate
my
with
God.
that. She thought she
Uh,
went home and got that from her own game. She was like, "Go on, take a picture of it, Kouri. This is gonna be your ticket home, girl."
oh my gosh. Honestly, if the other lawyers had been just like standing there talking, saying whatever, and had no PowerPoint presentation, okay, maybe. But Bloodworth and the state got up there and they were like, oh, look, just so that you know, here's the topic, here's the picture of the person, here's what they said, here's the exhibit number at the bottom. We're giving you all the information, we're spoon feeding it to you. It's nice and easy. And here comes this heifer with just like like, oh yeah, here's a hand holding a Monopoly card
Fingernail all
that I'm
chewed
surprised it
up.
didn't have like a watermark on it or something. I'm just like, that is just a stock image of a get out of jail free card, ma'am. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm,
Oh my
mm-mm.
god, yeah, that took me out, and they kept saying it. I was like, "This is their mic drop moment for this." They did like
Yeah.
ChatGPT, like, "We're looking for a mic drop moment. Here's our thing," and it
Yes.
was like, "Might I
Yes.
suggest a get out of jail free card image? This would really land with the jury." It was giving ChatGPT suggestion.
It was giving, we barely tried. We're trying over here. We're trying to rub two sticks together and make fire, but that's all we got. Like, and the fact that the state had like little mini movies inside of their PowerPoint that's like, here's the foot in case you're lost. Click here. I'm going to play you this little piece of footage. Meanwhile, they had a picture of very beautiful Allie, Black Barbie, with like text across her forehead, text across her chin, and some text floating over here. I was like, ew. That was like 1992 PowerPoint. That certainly was not 2026 PowerPoint. Like, I'm gonna need you to get a young person in your office to maybe help you out. It's
Oregon
crazy.
Trail, you know, they were just like going
Oh
way
my
back.
God.
Yeah, it was like it was
It
just
was
so.
wild.
And when they stood up towards the end, like once it was like, okay, you have to stand up, be a verdict, whatever. First of all,
Yeah.
Nestor looked like, and I mean, I get it by this point. I was like, she's ready to pass out. Corey was barely, and if I was Corey, I would have
Yeah.
been throwing up everywhere. I mean, it would
Oh
not have
my
been
God.
well. It would not have been well.
Yeah. They
She
should have
did
put
not look
Ramos in
well.
the front row. That Ramos was looking good. He had on a nice tie. His tie was a little bit because I was like, his tie is crooked. His tie is crooked, and he must have heard me over there on Courtroom Confidential because he straightened his tie, pulled his jacket. But as the jury was coming in, he was sitting there holding his rosary, and I was thinking, sir, you gonna need
Mm-mm.
actual Jesus. You gonna need way more than just a
We're gonna need
rosary.
the second coming up in this courtroom.
I'm trying to tell you. He's over here praying for the rapture. Like, forget the rosary. He's like, where is the rapture? Take me now. Like, sir, no, 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 no. It's not enough. It's not enough.
You know that with this, so the whole situation or whatever, you know, Nestor and
Hmm.
Lewis, the attorneys for her, are
Yeah.
like, thank the Lord. They're like, we've
Uh,
been having to make asses out of ourselves for the last 3 weeks. You know, because
yep.
surely they knew. They looked at the evidence behind the scenes, were like, "Ain't no
Like,
way, ain't no way." And you know, Corey was shady. You know, part of me, and again, this is like an opinion. I don't know this for a fact, whatever. But part of the thing with Sky leaving is, you know, at some point Corey lied so hardcore that it was just like, you can't do that and me still represent, like, what are you talking about amongst the other things? Nestor then probably caught her too. She lies about
Yeah.
everything. It's just
All the
like
time,
all the time.
recreationally.
Yeah.
If her lips are moving, she's probably lying. It's just like, girl, no, please stop talking," which is why they couldn't put her on the stand. Number 1, I don't think she was likable. She sat there like she looked like a little girl. She's like, "I'm just gonna sit here and try and be as small as humanly possible." I think
Mm.
now that they've released her mugshot, we know she's like 5'2", 5'3", something like that.
Oh, really? I
So
envisioned her
she's
being
not a
taller.
large, tall, statuesque person, but, she just was like, "I'm gonna sit here and try and look innocent with my cold, calculating, evil self." The spokesperson for the family was on Surviving the Survivor and said that the kids are actually doing really well, and I'm just like, I'm so relieved.
Oh, that is
But
good.
those Richins have probably just bathed them in love and light between, the community and the grandpa and the teachers down at the school, whoever it is. Everybody is just like, these little
Oh, yeah.
boys, they've lost both parents in a small, close-knit community like that where everybody knew the dad and loved the dad and whatever. They probably got 12 moms, not their biological mom, and I don't know that anything can replace that for you. I mean, but plenty of people have families of choice and aunties that they call mama. And I have a bunch of kids. I have the children that I gave birth to. I have the child that was my husband's child before he met me. And then I have a whole bunch of other kids that my nieces and nephews and godchildren and whatever. No blood relation at all, but they don't have a good relationship with their mother. I have a little trans daughter, and when I met her at work, we were talking and she said she didn't have a relationship with her parents. And I was like, well, then I'm your mama now. And no daughter of mine is going to be out here in these streets not knowing how to cook. So I've been trying to get that heifer to get her cooking game all the way together. Yes, you have a master's degree and you're beautiful and all these other things. I'm going to need you to also know how to feed yourself with something that is not Instacart. Okay. Okay. So we have a family cookbook and we've been adding
Oh,
recipes to
that's
it because she
cool.
needs to get her cooking game together.
That's so awesome. That's really cool of you. I love that.
Yeah, so many people parented me when I had no love for myself. So many people were like, girl, let me help you get your act right fully installed because your act right is clearly very loose and hanging out. It might need to be oiled. It might need the belts changed or something. So a lot of virtual strangers in the New York tri-state area helped me get my act right fully installed. And so I'm just paying it forward.
That's awesome. I love that. Well, one another thing too with the Corey thing is how they did the scheduled his or her sentencing on his birthday, right? I love that.
Yes. And I don't think that because the family was saying like, yeah, any of those dates work for us. Any of those dates work for us. So the fact that it happened to fall on his birthday, which if you roll your mind back, 2 months after he died, Kouri hosted a charity golf tournament in Eric's name, and she refused to invite his family to it. She collected a bunch of money and used it to service the massive debt she was in. Like
She's so terrible.
craziness.
She's so terrible.
Crazy town.
One thing with this trial that I thought was interesting that really came to light, and I felt like for the jury and probably the
Mhm.
public, and I think the Private Eye did this very well, was exposing how things are taken out of context and evidence is taken out of context and like kind of
Yeah.
framed. And both sides will do it, not necessarily maybe in this case, but like in general, like it's not just a defense thing or just a state thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's guilty
Yeah.
of it, and finding out like before with pretrial what comes in, what doesn't come in. And like you said, it's
Mhm.
not like here's the whole thing that happened. It's what can we prove? What can we do this? What
Right.
story is being
Right.
crafted behind the scenes? And the defense really got caught several times of really taking things out of context and being exposed for that. And I felt like
For
that was
sure.
another level that the jury was just like, well, if we can't even believe you about Eric being gay and you're trying to do this
Yeah.
over here, what else are you doing this about? Like, this is a
Yep.
petty thing. So what about the serious
Yep.
stuff? And
And it started in opening statements. They with the pill bottle.
yeah.
Crazy. Crazy.
And it was amazing too in their closing, in the defense's closing, how they still did a lot of that stuff and just tried to change the narrative of so much. And again, I was
Yeah.
just like, y'all have, I mean, again, it's like maybe if you had actually been able to show this to the trial, the jury, it might resonate more. But at this point, it's just
Yeah.
embarrassing. It makes them look so bad,
And
and
it
think
makes them
about,
look dishonest.
yeah,
It makes them
exactly.
look dishonest. I was like, ew. And also, maybe because I live in the godless Northeast, like in New Jersey, nobody cares if you're gay. I don't know if it's like culturally in that community, maybe they're more conservative. And it's like, it's like, oh my goodness, he was sexting with his friend. And it's just like, he was talking crap with his friend, but I'm just like, ma'am, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to get a context clue and understand that that was two dudes being stupid, not two dudes. Because so in the closing statement, she was just like, they might have been having an affair. We don't know. And it's like, do we though? I think we do know. I think that we do.
Right? Yeah, it's just they just wanna
Crazy.
leave some of that stuff alone, and I was just like, "Y'all just
Yeah.
walk away from it." I would have made those closing arguments for them so much shorter, and I would have toned it down.
Yeah.
When Lewis is slapping the desk and everything, I was like, "Honey," she's like, "Louder for the ones in the back," and I was just like, "This is not that moment. This is not the moment you think you're
Yeah.
having."
Yeah. She was like, when you go back there and somebody is not whatever, you stand up for Kouri. And it's like, are you even standing up for Cory? Because 'Cause I'm
Right?
not sure that you are really. Like, ew.
I know.
What
Go
did
ahead.
you think about the life insurance on the kids? I mean, it didn't come out in this trial, but in pre-trial motions and at the bail hearing, it was brought up that she had taken out life insurance policies on her children in the time since her husband passed away. And I was like,
Oh, if
yikes.
she got away with Eric and, like, clean, like, whatever, it would I don't know how long she would have waited, but something would have happened to the children.
Yeah.
One, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I don't know if all of them, but one of those kids, something was going to happen because she would have learned
Yeah.
like, "Oh, wow." And I don't think she had a connection to any living thing in the way whether it was her kids, her husband, her mother. I don't think she was capable of that because of probably her
Yeah.
own growing up. And then she would have
Yeah.
just seen, "Oh, cool, I got rid of Eric." It would have taken her a month flat to go through all the money, sell the house, do that. She would have instantly needed more money if she
Absolutely.
got away with it, and then the kids would have just been the next paycheck.
It's so crazy. And even, when they were Emily was replaying the bail hearing today, Sky Lazaro was saying, "Listen, Eric was worth more alive than dead because even if she had gotten all of his money, it couldn't have serviced all the debt that she had."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Yikes. You're making her sound like a horrible businesswoman." It's like, right, she's bad at business. She was sort of the fake it till you make it. I'm trying to look good, not be good
Mhm.
kind of thing. And it's just like, "Ooh, lady."
Oh,
In
yeah.
my mind, I know I was like, she's gonna have one of those kids dig in a pocket. Go look, take that jacket that's daddy's. You could wear daddy's old jacket. Oh, you touched some pills. Those were his old pills. We wondered where they went, whatever.
Mhm. Oh,
I
yeah.
just the whole schemey, scammy, the whole thing is just so awful. It's so awful. She is where she belongs.
Mhm.
And think about it, her oldest son is now 14. He's a young teenager. Kids and cell phones and all of this, the kids in the community are like,
Oh,
"I saw
yeah.
your mom's verdict last night on live stream," whatever it is.
Oh,
Yikes.
completely. I feel so bad for the
Yikes.
like, when the kids are especially I mean, no matter what age they are, of course, but, like, when it's
Yeah.
currently happening where they are that age of, like, the
Oh,
middle school, whatever, because that's, like, the worst years, like, kids are so mean then
yeah.
and so ruthless, and
Yeah.
they don't have any level of filter of, like, being decent in that way, like, nothing's off limits, "Hey,
Yep. Yep.
Tanika."
I just saw her scroll by. "Hey, girl, hey."
And, it's so sad. I'm like, "Yeah, you just know what's going on." I don't know, like, what kind of situation they've created with school or whatever, especially with the trial going on,
Yeah.
if they were maybe able to say, "Hey, the kids can stay home and do work from the computer during this time," or I
Right.
don't know, because it would have to be traumatic seeing your mom, and I don't know if they let them watch it. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, my understanding is that they were having weekly visits with the mom, like video visits, probably on a phone or, whatever it is. But you know that the Richins family is like, we're going to wrap you up in all the love in the world. You're going to get your 5 minutes with mom, and then you're going to go back out and you're going to ride some horses and some three-wheelers and play softball or whatever it is they like to do. They can get out there on the farm. I don't even know if the family still has a ranch or not. But you can get out there and you can, run around in the grass and hopefully have a real full fun life that has nothing to do with a bunch of screens and other stuff. Who knows? But
I
yikes.
mean, imagine the questions, especially now that the verdict came in, that you would want to
Yeah.
ask. That's just like, what do you say at this point? Because now it's you've been convicted of killing dad. I'm sure she's
Yeah.
still gonna be like, they don't know what they're talking about, son. I'm working on another book. You'll see. It'll prove it all.
But you know what? Like, if they grew up in the house with that woman, especially the older ones, right? They have a sense of who their mother
Mhm.
is.
Yeah.
It's like, the rest of the world may think, oh, she's a lovely person or she's a terrible person or whatever, but you know who your parents are, whether you
Mhm.
agree with them, whether you don't agree with them, if you think they're wonderful, if you think they're terrible, probably somewhere down the middle. But it's just like, yeah, you know who your parents are. And for better or for worse, I was saying this to somebody else the other day. In these cases, because I followed true crime since forever and ever, and Betty Broderick's children, the older children are like, yeah, mom's garbage. Like, we remember all the crazy and the shenanigans that she did. Mom is garbage. But the kids, her children that were very young when she went away, have only known her to be in prison and have like a certain amount of compassion for her. And they're like, mom's been locked up for 30 years. It's time for her to come home. She can live with me, blah, blah, blah. Like, they see her in a different light, but they've only known
Mhm.
mom through the glass or mom on the phone or whatever it
Mhm.
is. It's a
It's
very different relationship,
fascinating.
I would imagine.
Yeah, very psychologically fascinating to me. And,
Yeah.
also that would be interesting with the kids going and actually living with Katie in a different family and then starting to connect the dots and be like, "Oh, that's interesting that Katie doesn't do this when we do this, but mom would do this." And just making those
Mhm.
comparisons because behind closed doors, Corey was cray cray, right? Just doing weird
God.
stuff.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
you would be it
Yeah.
would be normal to you in your house. You might be able to get the sense of like this doesn't feel right or nice or whatever, but it's just like, oh
Mhm.
no, if I spill the milk, mom throws a Christmas tree down the stairs and it goes into a manic episode for 3 days. Why is y'all? Your mom doesn't do that? You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that
Right.
kind of
Mhm.
stuff. So now they're just like, oh, what? Katie doesn't do the oh, this is nice. We can make a mistake or whatever it is. And
Yeah.
I'm loving that for them that they can have that normalcy. And
Yes.
then also just be with his family to have the
Right.
energy of their dad around.
Mhm. And the probably the positive talk about their dad
Mhm.
and to be raised in sort of like that warmth that their father would have wrapped them in. It seemed like Kouri from her own diary was saying from that retreat or whatever was saying like, oh, my house was crazy. I thought I would go off to college and then that would be okay. Or I met this guy. I thought I'd have this baby and that would make me okay. And it's so sort of one of those people who's always like, happiness is over there. If I could just get to
Mhm.
over there, there's all this other. If only I had money or a different house or a different husband or a different whatever it was. And she wrote herself, she kept thinking, oh, if I have another baby, then I'll be happy. And she ended up with these three kids and was still like, yeah, you know what I need? A master's degree in a business of my own. Oh, right. Now I just have a different kind of lovelessness for myself. She
Mhm.
couldn't get there. Maybe she'll find it in prison, honey, because she's not finding it out here in the real world with the rest of us.
She'll be like, "You know what I need, mom, to make me happy? The new slides. They came out this week. They're really cute. They're doing blue now. I'll be happy and complete then. Go on, send them,
Yeah.
mother, along with some
You're
potato chips and honey buns as well." Those are just a staple.
all the zuzus and wham whams, all the zuzus and wham whams. Because in time, like, what is your mother going to talk to you about, right? Think of people who went to prison 20 years ago. It's like, did they have iPhones 20 years ago? You know what I mean? Just like all the things, things change so quickly. My kid just got a 3D printer and he's like down there in the basement making all kinds of shit because he has a whole thing set up down there. And I'm like, what are you? And he just emerges from the basement with another new creation. And I'm like,
Oh, that's
okay, I
wild.
don't understand how any of it works. Although he did make me these nice roses in
Oh,
purple, my
that's really
favorite color.
neat. Oh,
Yeah, he
that's
made me
cool.
roses. Yep.
Isn't
I'm gonna
that
put
wild?
magnets on the back of them. Yeah, he's just like 3D printing everything. Wait, he also printed me a Jesus. It's hard to tell because
He
it's all
printed
black, but
that?
he 3D printed me a
That is
Jesus.
so cool. How long did it take? Do you know?
I have no idea. He just came upstairs with it. And then he did a Taco Bell bag, and I was like, "Make me a small version to put my
That
pins
is
in."
so
So he made
cool.
me a Taco Bell bag. It's just like, a little Taco Bell bag that
That is
I keep my
neat.
pins in over here on my desk. He's
Wow,
got
I
all
love
kinds of stuff. Half of my house now is 3D printed. Some of it is a little inappropriate, but we do inappropriate here at the Gossip household, so it's fine.
I'd be like, "Look, can you get us we need a new sofa, we need a new end table." Like, go ahead, like, what all like, the law's not showing up here, we're not doing nothing illegal or nothing, are we now? Like, but can we get some sofas and, like, we're gonna decorate the house for free, we're loving
Right?
this.
All kinds of stuff. He has glow in the dark antlers. Like when you go in
Oh,
his
those are
room,
cool.
he did like a switch plate, like a glow in the dark switch plate, so he can find the light in the dark. And then he has these big antlers on his wall that he 3D printed that you hang coats on. And
I
I'm just
love
like,
that.
okay. And there's like the mount for the antler. It's a whole thing. And the antlers glow in the dark. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know what he's doing. But they say all the kids seem to be having fun with it. So I'm like, okay,
Hey, go with it.
great.
Yeah, go with it,
Yeah.
like, fun,
Keeps him off
awesome.
these streets. Keeps him from having these trollops up in my house. Listen,
Right.
he don't need this little parade of girls going in here. Wait, as an unrelated aside, I don't think he's home. My youngest has this girlfriend. He's madly, madly, madly in love with this girl, but her parents keep her kind of locked down, which I'm like, okay, good. He says to me tonight, I don't have work tomorrow because Thursdays is like the kids have internships or whatever. So his internship got canceled for tomorrow. So he doesn't have school and he doesn't have work tomorrow. He's going to some different girl's house for dinner. And I'm like, what?
I hope she
What
don't
is happening? What is happening? These boys are like, oh,
Oh my
they're gonna
gosh.
drive me crazy.
But you're just like, "Okay, y'all better not we don't need no crossfire up in here." Oh my gosh,
Calm
yeah,
down.
yeah.
Calm down. My oldest one used to, there was one girl who would come and clean his room, which his room was always filthy. And he's like, oh, so and so is cleaning my room so this other girl could come over and visit me.
You're well.
Okay, pimp daddy. All
I
right, I see
know,
you. I
right?
see you.
I
I'm
love it.
nervous.
Oh my god. That is wild.
Thank God I only have sons.
Right,
I
right.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Anyway,
Now I
we're getting close to time. This is
yeah.
not my channel. But what case is next for you?
I'm glad you said that because I was just getting ready to say, so this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna be going out of town this weekend. Then when I come back, I'm gonna do a rewatch of what is it again that we were talking about? The other Utah case, the murder you were telling me about.
Megan
Yes.
Sundwall?
Yes. So we'll have to talk about that.
Honey.
I watched a little bit of it like on the
Yes.
TV down, you know what I mean? Like put court TV on, I had it going.
Mhm.
And I was definitely like, huh? What? Uh-huh. Okay. So I'm hoping that basically the verdict will come this week and it'll be a known thing and just
Yeah.
go either do the highlights of it or rewatch parts because everybody's like, you got to just listen to this whole, it's so contorted and so this, that, and the other, whatever. So that's the next one I'm going to kind of follow. And then obviously some of these one-off things like the Ivan Miller thing,
Right.
like all this other stuff, prepping for Courtney Clenny and April, all that. How about yourself?
I'm absolutely all over Sundwall. In fact, I was gonna do I did sort of an overview video the first 3 days of Sundwall. I recorded a video for that, because normally I do like trial day 1, trial day 2, but if I've watched a bunch of trial days, I just put the case up in parts. So I've created a Megan Sundwall playlist over on Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo,
Oh,
my
cool.
regular channel, and I've done Megan Sundwall initial reactions and then part 1, where I cover the first 3 days of trial. Part 2 is gonna be days 4 and 5 of trial. When last I left, the lead, attorney, not the lead attorney, the lead, police officer, the detective, the lead detective, was on the stand reading through the emails that the decedent had sent to the person that's being tried. And I
Mhm.
was like, we're still in the state's case. Why am I feeling sorry for this woman that's on trial if we are still in the state's case? Like, those emails are I mean, not emails, they're text messages, 100 kinds of crazy. You think Kouri's a liar? That lady who shuffled herself off she's off at some endless buffet. I don't think it's in heaven. But
Wow.
she was a special kind of crazy. And people keep telling me I have to cover Afro Man. I have no
Girl,
idea what that is. I have
girl.
no idea.
I'm so glad you said that. Someone hit me up today with this, and I started watching it, and I was like,
What
sending it
is
to people. I
it?
was like, it's some kind of, I don't know 100%. It might be civil. I watched an interview with him. He's just a character. I felt, is Afroman,
Okay.
so answer me this in the comment section. Is he a rapper? He won. Okay. So it's already wrapped up, but
What did he
he is a
win?
rapper. Okay. Is it a civil
Okay.
case or something like that? But he is a character. His suits he wears, it's just left and right. He was sued by a bunch of cops. Okay. Okay. It just seems like
Oh,
it's off the chain and just drama and just like whatever. He's a rapper. He's sued by
okay,
cops.
it's a civil case. He's no Eminem. That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, has anybody heard him? Is he a bad rapper? Because that makes it even better, right? Like Daryl Brooks. Like, did you ever watch Daryl Brooks rap videos?
Yes.
It was
Oh, not his rap videos,
oh,
no.
you go look up you go YouTube. They're on here. Like Daryl Brooks rap videos.
Okay.
I'm it's so great. He's rapping in front of his mom, the car he used for the murder weapon. Like his mom's like Honda or whatever. It's so cheesy. It's so cheesy, especially knowing who he is and what he did and all this. Like it's bad. But
Oh
he
my
thought he
God.
ate. He was like, "Yeah, show me the courtroom. That's my rap. Yeah,
Wait, people
give me
keep
that
mentioning
download."
lemon pound cake. I love lemon pound cake. I don't know if that's music or whatever, but the actual dessert is delicious. I actually have a very good lemon pound cake recipe. But I'm not a rap fan in general. I'm not like, I know lots of people love live music. I do not. It just
Mm.
it's just not my thing, never has been. I want my music, like, perfectly tuned. I don't need to be in the same room with the instruments, none of that. I'd rather listen to people talk. That's just me. Tell me all your stories. I wanna hear you tell me about your life, especially if I don't even know you. I want to know all your personal business. Um, but so I'm just like, music, eh. But people kept saying like Afro man, Afro man, Afro man. And there's a lot of hip hop in my house because my husband is from the South Bronx and he is positively obsessed with all things hip hop. Anything hip hop related, the culture, the dance, the clothes, the streetwear, all the things. He loves it all. Not humanly possible for me to care less. But when the Travis Rudolph case happened a couple of years ago, and Travis Rudolph had this brother, I forget the brother's name, but he dressed like a cowboy. And I was like, wait, a black cowboy? Yes, I'm leaning in. And the black cowboy had a pet goat. And he took his goat down to the basketball court. He was walking his goat on a leash and he was also rapping. I was like, I'm here for all of this. I'm here for all of it. The goat, the rapping, the basketball court. He got boots, he got a hat. Yes, please. Although I do appreciate anybody who performs at the Super Bowl. So Kendrick Lamar, yes, I'm all about it.
Yeah,
Bad
he's good.
Bunny, absolutely. Bring Benito on, all of it. Anybody that every single person has heard of, then I've heard of them in hip hop. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, no, I don't know nothing about it. Wait, and
Um.
now all of a sudden my phone is blowing up. Oh, that's just my Law Nerd Digest. Okay. I'm
Bum,
like,
bum,
what's
bum.
happening? What's happening?
Well, what we'll do
My
is definitely once I get a little bit into the well, Afro Man trial and then the other Utah one. I keep always like blank on her name. But next week,
Megan,
maybe
yeah.
sometime or whatever, definitely we'll have to talk about this because that would be fun to dish on, like once I have more of
Yes.
whatever to get
Yes, yes,
together.
yes, 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 yes,
Um,
yes.
And so
Absolutely.
also everybody make sure Kathy's stuff is in the description below. If you haven't, I mean, so many people know her, but if you don't, now you do. We love Kathy. Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. You can find her stuff in the description. And then also on the main channel, which that's down below as well. We did a collab there and it went out this morning. So
Yes. Yes, yes,
that
yes,
is
yes,
it.
yes.
So it's been
And
a
I'll have
Kathy
to have
day.
you over to Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo for a little
Absolutely.
kiki
Yes,
about this, that,
100%.
and whatever. I keep promising to have people on, but it's so much easier just to go on somebody else's channel and you just sit back and talk. I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about clicking things and reading things. It's
Yeah.
so much lovelier to be a guest.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's completely fun. It's completely fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm gonna go through this starred list of things real quick and then we'll knock it off
Yeah,
here.
please. Please,
Um,
please, please.
and so I might not get a you know what? Oh, I brought my glasses. Oh my gosh, yes. I never remember these.
Wait, I can see the starred chats. I can help if you need
Okay,
help
so
reading.
help out, yeah. I see Meta, aka McQueen for $5. My two favorites, thank you. Here, let's do every other one. You go to the next one. Are you at the
Okay,
top?
C. Morales. Yeah, you did the first one. Okay, so C. Morales, member for 25 months. I was
Wow.
surprised they come back so far. I was surprised they came back so fast. Girl, me too.
Absolutely. And Carolyn McMickle, 6728, new member. Thank you for joining.
Awesome. White Rabbit Ann, member for 3 months. My two favorite true crime snarky reviewers. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. And Marilyn in school, 4585. I can't see. Member for 30 months. She's been loving Miss
Mm.
Kathy. Thank you for making me laugh every and night. That's sweet of you.
Hey Bush, 5026 with a $10 super chat. What do you think? What do you think of Sky being there to support Kouri? I think Sky was there to get on TV, and I'm not mad about it.
And then we have 1096 Cakes, new member. Thank you very much.
Susan Shell, 5956 with a $4.99 super chat. I love you both so much. Thank you. Thank
And hear
you.
me out, YouTube, $4.99. I'm gonna miss seeing that chicken head reactive response until her next fraud trial. I know, right? We're going to too. Thank you, hear me out. I really appreciate you.
Goldie JKU member for 2 months. Congratulations.
And Peachy Keen, number one, you're amazing. She gifted a membership over to Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. You're awesome.
Yay. Ohio Pom Mom also gifted a Gossip Rumor and Innuendo membership. Ohio Pom Mom is everywhere. Everywhere.
She's amazing. Peachy Keen, Peachy Keen won $10 for an adoptee. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you.
Oh, so cute. And shards of words, $1.99 super chat because I love ya. We love you too.
Hey, and Peachy Keen, number one, coming in again. She gifted 5 memberships over on the podcast, Reporting Live podcast channel. Thank you very much, Peachy. You are very appreciated.
And we have K Mac D 5694, a $50 super chat. Thanks for the collab, guys. Thank you. That's amazing.
Oh, wait, I thought that was the last thing. Hold on. We have Wendy Sunshine, 0517, $5. Love this. Thank you both. Thank you, Wendy. That's appreciated.
Gorilla Girl MKE member for 10 months. Love you, Paul and Kathy. Love you too.
White Rabbit Am, $5. Raise a hand if you're sure a right guard ad. Really so bad. Oh, one of the right guard. They put the craziest ads just in the middle of something. It's just like,
it's so crazy.
I know.
It's so crazy. And then Unicorn Rancher, member for 9 months. Kathy, another Duggar was arrested for pesting.
Oh my God.
Really?
No.
Which one?
Montana Mystique says $4.99. Thank you, Montana Kathy. I bought some clutching pearls. Thanks to you, they are addicting. That's amazing. You're amazing, Montana. Thank you.
That's hilarious. Oh my God, those Duggars.
I know. They never stop.
Yikes. Look, meanwhile, I'm like, okay, let me jump on my phone and see. Oh, Brandon and Julia had their first baby from 90 Day Fiance. Okay, good for them.
Woo-hoo.
Duggar arrest. You know, I got to get the
Oh,
tea.
thank
I don't
you,
know that I'll
Ohio
report on it.
Mom.
Jason Duggar. Another one of the sons. Jesus.
Really? I mean,
Mm,
my goodness. That
wow.
is crazy.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. Jason. Oh no, Jason Duggar, 19 kids and counting, sued for fraud and negligence. Okay, I gotta read. Um, oh, it just said Jason Duggar arrested, but I don't know what the okay, I'll have to I feel like Duggars get arrested all the time.
Oh, yeah. It's just
Oh,
like a
Joseph
weekly
Duggar,
thing.
19 kids and counting alum Joseph Duggar arrested for unlawful sexual activity with a minor. Yikes. He's got a twin sister, doesn't he? I can't with these people.
I mean,
I
my
cannot.
goodness. It's crazy. Well, there you go. There's another thing
Ugh,
right there. And also, thank you,
ugh.
mods, for keeping everything held down. Y'all are
Yes, yes,
amazing.
yes, yes.
I love y'all. Thank you so
Wow.
much. Well, Kathy, thank you once again for coming and hanging out here. We will do it again. I greatly appreciate
Of
it.
course, of course. I
Um,
think we're addicted to each other. People are
I
gonna
know.
start talking about us and saying we're in a
They're
relationship or
gonna be like, what's
something.
going on with them? They must
We're in a
live next to
gossip
each other. I
relationship.
know, right?
Yes, we're neighbors. I secretly sneak down to the Carolinas,
I'm
and you
coming over,
secretly sneak
knocking
up
on
to
your
New
door.
Jersey. Yes. Hello? Oh, wait, I gotta do it the other way. Hello? It's reversed in my
I
thing.
know, right? Well,
Wow.
thank you again, Kathy. I look forward to doing it the next time. We'll close out with a slow song.
The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at Bert's criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Oh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, 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 come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.